know how much
I don't know how much I weigh.
Fat,
I'm not fat.
He's fat.
I'm not fat, muscle.
That's fat.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Grab it again, son. Grab it again.
How I look at the weigh-in, though?
Grab it again.
Well, it's just something he got to learn from. And, you know, that's my bro, too. So, you know, things happen, man. We all bump our heads. You know, I done a lot of stuff, you know, that could have, you know, ended my life. So, you know, things happen. I just wish the best for him. And hopefully that, you know, he the warning and they get back focused.
Your boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo. I'm not taking nothing away from you, but just a little bit better.
Errol Spence Jr. made a surprise visit to Terence Crawford's training camp ahead of the highly anticipated clash with Canelo Alvarez. Despite their fierce rivalry in the past, the atmosphere between them was lighthearted, full of laughter and mutual respect. Spence's presence brought a spark to the gym as he quietly observed Crawford's intense preparations and subtly offered his support behind the seenes.
Easy. What are you talking about?
There you go.
We're talking crazy.
That's Hey,
Y'all ready to move on?
hey, this nigga still.
Once fierce adversaries inside the ring, Errol Spence Jr. now openly expresses admiration for the man who once bested him. Instead of harboring resentment, Spence has shown sincere respect for Crawford's talent. His genuine praise has sparked wide discussion among boxing fans, illustrating how a fighter's respect for a former opponent can sometimes transcend even personal loss.
It could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I'll definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah. You know,
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford?
As the showdown with Canelo approaches, Crawford has made it clear he's not just another challenger. Speaking confidently to the press, he drew a distinct line between himself and Canelo's past opponents. Without trash talk or bravado, Crawford calmly asserted his uniqueness, mentally and physically, in a way that felt more like a statement of fact than a threat.
It's gonna be difficult. You take it to your
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you're gonna be able to do about it come fight
and
night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
It's going to be difficult. You can take that however you want. I'm coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. I know Turkey is in your corner. But look, it won't matter. He's going to be so mad that day. Believe me, I see you. You see me. I'm different. No, you don't know different. You're not different. I'm different, nothing like the others. These were the words that caught fire, and they hit differently coming from a man who broke Errol Spence Jr. in the ring. Spence now speaks from experience, acknowledging that Crawford's greatest weapons aren't just speed or power. There is adaptability and mental sharpness. The speed Spence refers to as more than physical. It's cerebral. Crawford reads his opponents in real time, dismantling them piece by piece.
People on social media say, if I come back, I'll be a shell of myself. You know, if he comes back, you know, he's probably not gonna come back. He's damaged. I just, you know, use it all as fuel. Some people can use it all and be not motivated and be like, and let that knock them down. I use it as fuel. I use it as motivation. I was undisciplined, you know, doing the wrong things and not living the life I should have lived, you know, and then after the accident, I had to, you know, get right. To be right. So and that's what happened and got right.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, Crawford's longtime trainer, isn't underestimating Canelo Alvarez. He's analyzed him thoroughly, praising his power, experience, and timing, but still sees the edge tipping toward his own fighter. According to Bomac, what separates the elite isn't brute strength, but subtle mastery of speed, rhythm, and ring IQ. Skills pay the bills, he said, a phrase that perfectly sums up his belief in Crawford's technical superiority.
Like that, like a Canelo, and not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skill?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you that. He'll get the job done. You know, because you know, boxing IQ is next to Canelo, and not taking nothing away from you, but Bud just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter, and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously, Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first
That's
war
just
of
the
words?
that's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay, he got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
Veteran trainer Derek James, who knows both camps well, has warned Canelo not to treat this fight like his past matchups. In his view, Crawford presents a unique challenge, elusive, explosive, and constantly shifting. James believes Canelo must bring his absolute best, as Crawford's blend of speed and poise under pressure could expose even the smallest misstep.
It's a great challenge because I think both guys have great attributes, right? That, you know, they do, and I think they have great attributes, and I think that, so you look into possibly see a great matchup, a great fight. And one that could be an intellectual fight from Crawford, smart, intelligent fight. And I think for, you know, Canelo probably has to be the matador in this one.
He has to be the what?
Matador, yeah.
Matador, yeah.
Yeah, you know. So basically, let me see. No, the bull.
The bull. Canelo has to be the bull in this one.
You got to be here because I think you find somebody faster, more athletic. You got to put the. I mean, whatever it is that he's doing, he has to be better at that than he is at any other night in his life.
But you know, the big talk here and the thing that I always go back to is just the weight class. Crawford's going up 3 weight classes. The last time he fought, you know, went up on weight, fought Madrimov. You say you don't watch boxing, but he got, you know, a lot of people. Madrimov.
Oh, yeah, I saw that fight.
Yeah, 154.
Yeah, I saw that fight.
Boxing insiders widely view this fight as a defining moment in Terence Crawford's career. It's not just about another belt or paycheck. It's about legacy. Defeating Canelo, one of the most recognized names in boxing, would elevate Crawford to legendary status. Some analysts argue that even pursuing such a dangerous opponent is proof of greatness, win or lose.
Crawford won that fight easily. I need to see Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford right now. Now, I know the weight concerns everybody, but now you see Terence Crawford can go up in weight and actually compete. You can be concerned all you want, but I generally believe that was the warm-up. Bud wants this for his legacy. I think he can beat Canelo. The problem with Bud, he's not flashy. He doesn't have aura. If you look up the word Black Air Force Energy, Bud's face would be plastered all over it. The opportunity is there. Let's make this.
Experts suggest Crawford may look to Dmitry Bivol's blueprint for inspiration. Bivol defeated Canelo using movement, angles, and crisp, well-timed combinations. Those attributes come naturally to Crawford. His slick southpaw style, nimble footwork, and sharp counters may allow him to frustrate and neutralize Canelo just as Bivol did, only with even more finesse.
Bivol is the fight you got to study if you're Crawford. Crawford ain't Floyd, but he can do a Bivol. The problem is Bivol's a big dude. This is rough because this fight is only a matchup fight. Let me tell you what I mean. I got a lot of fighters Canelo fought at 168 beating Crawford. I got Caleb Plant beating Crawford. I got Berlanga beating Crawford. I got Callum Smith beating Crawford. Just way too huge, of course. But that's why Crawford ain't campaigning at 168. He's trying to beat Canelo because Canelo is a special case. He's one of the best fighters of all time. And he's actually a little guy who ballooned up to one.
Crawford's mindset has always been his strongest weapon. He said time and again that he isn't motivated by fame or theatrics. His hunger comes from real-life struggles and hard-won lessons. When asked how he deals with pressure, his answer is always the same. I've been fighting all my life. That raw, lived-in resilience shines through in everything he does, inside and outside the ropes.
Being elusive in fighting Canelo.
However I gotta fight, I'm gonna win. Simple as that. I'm not gonna let somebody else force me or tell me how to fight when I've been fighting my whole life. You know, I won't be running. You know, I could tell you that. But I will be, you know, doing a lot of touching.
Boxing legends like Sugar Ray Leonard have reminded fans that size isn't everything. Timing, intelligence, and adaptability often outweigh physical advantages. Leonard believes Crawford embodies those traits at the highest level. Even when outsized, the smarter fighter can control the ring, and Crawford, with his icy focus and elite instincts, might prove that once again.
You know, what about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap? Or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terence.
That's true. But you know what? There's always a way. Put it that there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
Now that the fight is official, analysts are buzzing about the stylistic clash. Canelo brings calculated power and constant pressure, while Crawford is all about flow, seamless movement, reactive counters, and surgical strikes. It's not just strength versus speed, it's planning versus improvisation. And that contrast has fans more excited than ever.
Well, I think Canelo, he likes to go to the same combinations, you know, quite repetitively, whereas Crawford is unpredictable. And despite him not having the size, it's the shots that you don't see that hurt the most. And maybe Crawford can hit him with some unexpected and because of the repetitiveness of Canelo, maybe he can time him. Maybe he can counterpunch with him because Crawford is unbelievable at that. But I'm fascinated to see if Crawford has the power to get the respect of Canelo Alvarez, because when you don't, it's a long night. It's not nice. Like Crawford did well against Madrimov and he won that fight for me quite clearly. But Madrimov was countering him. You know, if you can counter the counterpuncher, you can give them a lot of problems when they're not used to that. And Canelo, great as Terence Crawford is, we've never seen him in there with someone with the power of Canelo Alvarez. This is a different world of power. And look, maybe Canelo doesn't throw as many shots as he used to, and maybe Crawford might look at that and go, you know what, I'm going to try and outpoint this guy, not get into a war with him, but just show my boxing, you know, genius and outpoint him and outland him. That's possible. It is. This is why this is such a fascinating matchup, man. You know, we've been treated to some amazing fights. Usyk Fury, for example, this is another one of those mega fights on Riyadh season.
New footage from Crawford's training camp shows a man in peak form. From early morning stretching routines to punishing bag work, every session looks sharp and focused. His team isn't cutting corners. He's being pushed to the limit with precision drills and fast-paced exercises. What the footage reveals isn't just hard work. It shows discipline and intention. Turki Alshik's involvement has taken this fight to a whole new level. As one of the biggest influencers in Saudi Arabian sports, his passion for the event has ignited global buzz. Standing proudly between Crawford and Canelo, Alshik called it more than a bout. He called it a historic event, Viral images of his enthusiasm helped stamp this fight as a defining moment for boxing in 2025.
Crawford gonna beat Canelo Alvarez, we need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. Well, both can have a bit of similarities. The speed, reflexes, technical prowess, too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan coming to a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.